Hey friends, Christina here. Today we're going to learn a little bit about Monet and paint some water lilies. Claude Monet was a French painter who lived from 1840 to 1926. Monet was known for being a founding member of the Impressionist painting movement. Monet, Renoir, Degas, Cézanne, Sisley, and Manet were all important representatives of the Impressionist art movement. The name came from one of Monet's paintings that was displayed in 1874 at an art show. The painting was titled Impression Sunrise. In attendance at the art show was an art critic named Leroy. He was not too impressed with Monet's painting and called it an impression. While Leroy meant for this to be an insult, instead it became the name of a whole new art style of Impressionism. This art style was displaying art in motion and all the elements that were happening before them. Monet had many famous paintings such as Impression Sunrise, The Woman with the Parasol, and Water Lilies, to name a few. Today we are going to paint our own interpretation of Monet's water lilies. The supplies needed for this painting are a blank canvas or a blank sheet of white paper, paint in white, brown, blue, purple, green, and yellow, a paintbrush, and a paint sponge. Once I have my supplies all ready, I'm going to take my paint sponge. I'm going to dip it in the middle and fill the center of the sponge with white paint. Then dip each corner in a different color of paint, so blue, purple, green, and brown. I will then start to dab the sponge on the canvas, going all around, and I will add more white, more purple, more green or brown as needed until the canvas is completely filled. And remember, you can always add more of one color if you'd like it to be a little different shade. Now that my painting is dry, I am going to paint the lily pads. I'm going to use my paint sponge and the green paint, and I will dab on a few lily pads as followed. And I can make them a little darker if I like. They can be a little bit smaller. They can be a little bit bigger if you'd like. You can have 2, you can have 3, 4, 5. You're going to want to leave some area of the canvas to be seen, but you can make as many lily pads as you'd like. Here I'm going to make 5. We're going to let our lily pads dry, so 20-30 minutes or overnight if you like. And once it's completely dry, we will put some white paint dots on our lily pads, and that will be where we paint our lilies. Now that I have the white dots on my canvas, I'm going to get some purple and start doing the lilies. I'm going to do purple lilies and yellow lilies, but first I'm going to start with the purple. So I'm going to keep a little bit of white paint on my brush from doing the droplets and scoop up a little bit of purple. I'm going to go right on that white dot in the center, do a straight line up, then one to the right, one to the left, and then start to fan out so we can make the shape of the lilies. You can go over it again in the same direction as needed. And just don't overthink it, just go with it, and I know it'll come out great. Remember, this is your art project and it's meant to be unique and not look exactly the same as someone else's. Now that I've done the purple lilies, I'm going to do it in yellow. Follow the same step, up in the middle, to the right, to the left, and fan out. You guys, I know we're going to do a great job. And there we go. Our interpretation of Monet's lilies is all complete. We have yellow and purple, and it looks beautiful. I cannot wait to see your guys' pictures of lilies. Make sure to send me pictures in, and I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe. We cannot wait to see you soon. Bye-bye.